Hey, Simon, good to see you. It's been a while. The team's starting to come back together.
Face to face.
Yeah, um, a lot of new things happening. Lots happened, and a lot of new projects on the roadmap.
Yep.
Um, some particular projects we wanted to talk about today were television remote controls.
Yeah, there's a huge amount happening there. So we've been active in all sorts of applications, but we really see in television remote controls that there's an enormous sort of push from the industry to, on the one hand, offer a product that is much greener and has a smaller environmental footprint, while at the same time looking at ways and how can we improve the user experience. So one of the top reasons that people call customer service for their television is that actually it turns out the batteries died, so nothing is working. And so we all know the nuisance. You have to swap the batteries. You cannot find batteries, or one of them is already empty and it still doesn't work. Right. So it's not a huge deal, but it's annoying, right? At the same time, I think what we don't realize is that an average remote control over the lifetime of that product, you throw away 14 batteries.
Wow, that's a lot of batteries.
That adds up to a massive pile of batteries. A fraction of those actually get recycled, and the rest of them, they start leaking somewhere in the landfill, and it's really, really detrimental to the environment. So I think as an industry, the entertainment industry and the electronics industry wants to do better, and energy harvesting is a really practical solution to that. Right? So you no longer have that problem.
So actually, just this week we had a big announcement for us and for the industry, and it's we have a lot going on with TV remotes, but we were able to release the information with our partnership with the Korean company Remote Solutions.
Yeah. Yeah, so one of the tricky things for us always is we love to talk about what we're doing, but most of the time we cannot do that due to the NDAs, of course, and the confidentiality while the product is still in development. But the Remote Solution has been one of the fastest, and they've made their design public. So that's available for any set-top box provider, television provider to use and to work with them. Earlier in the year, we saw a similar release from Samsung, right? So we can really see more and more companies starting to adopt this technology. And I'm pretty confident that if you buy a television 1 or 2 years from now, most of those are going to have a television remote control that will never require battery change anymore.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to do another video soon with consumer-ready devices.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And one of the things I noticed on that control, the solar panels on the back.
Right. Yeah. So that's a matter of preference. So we're working with 8 or 10 or so different television remote control companies, and they all do it slightly differently. And I think we'll see a lot of different designs because it's a way, from an industrial design point of view, also to differentiate. TV remotes tend to be very, very similar in terms of style and appearance. So some companies like to put it on the back, so it's actually not very visually. You don't see it so much. It's not a very big deal from an energy harvesting point of view. It's of course nice if the solar panel catches as much light as possible. At the same time, it's designed to be completely functional with very, very limited light exposure. So just the indoor light in your living room is more than enough to power it indefinitely. But other companies, they put it on the front. You see some that put them on the side. So I think we'll see a lot of different flavors of that coming out over the next few years.
What do you think changed? I mean, we saw the announcement from Samsung at CES. We've been working on projects 6 or 9 months before that. Do you have a feel for what happened in the industry to start adding energy harvesting?
It's hard to say. There's always a few different things, I think. So on the one hand, I think the one doing it motivates the rest to do it as well. At the same time, I think we play a part there, right? Yeah. So what has been quite prohibitive of using energy harvesting in television remote controls has been cost. Energy harvesting traditionally has been relatively expensive to implement in a product. You needed a lot of external components and all of that. That's something where we, I think, have taken a big step by essentially 98% of the bill of material, assembly bill of material for the chip itself has been completely eliminated. So it's much simpler, smaller, and more cost effective to implement. And that is very important for a TV remote control because they are relatively low cost products. So I think that has definitely helped in giving that sort of last push into really launching products. But it's also awareness. I think we are getting increasingly aware that it is no longer acceptable, right, to throw away 14 AAA batteries for a product as simple as a television remote control. And we have to do better, and we really can do better. The technology is readily available. So we have a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things happening. The world is opening up a bit again as well. What are you looking forward to the most?
Yeah, well, we are. From the sales side and the business side, we're looking forward to being able to get back in front of customers. That'll be fun. That'll be exciting. The fact that we do have products that are very close to commercial release, to lining up with our mass production and qualification, packaging, things that are happening in the operations team. But it will be really exciting when we can finally start naming names and showing
Absolutely.
products. We do have some other partnership announcements coming with component manufacturers and some of the things that are required for energy harvesting. We have some exciting stuff coming there. There's a lot happening. There'll be a lot more as we go through the year into the last quarters of the year. We'll for sure be able to start naming products and show things that consumers can actually can buy that have
Yep.
Nowi energy harvesting in them.
Nice. All right.